right, chat. Let's get into something fun. Something fun and laugh-worthy. Because, yes, HLC put out a video. HLC put out a video, chat. Let's see what he has to say today. Shall we?
Oh, come on, don't look at me like that. It's not worse than it normally is.
Huh?
Are you fucking retarded? Maybe a little. My mom says I march to the beat of a different drum. No, kid, he's talking about me. At least I think he is. Is it the Washington floods thing? You would think with all the rain that place gets, they would really figure out, like, the drainage situation, but...
Wait, was there, like, that flooding in D.C.? Can we talk about Washington State? Hold up! Was there some kind of massive flood that happened recently? Was it D.C. or Washington State? Really, there was bad flooding? I hadn't heard. Oh, wow, there was bad flooding in Washington State, huh? Oh, God. Wow. How bad? Like, when did this happen? I had not... Swear it, I didn't hear about this either. Was it really bad? You haven't? Okay, so I'm not the only one that hasn't heard about this. Oh, really? Like, rain over 3 days. Wow. Wow, okay. Mass evacuations 2 days ago. Or it was 2 to 3, or it was 3 to 5. Okay. Ooh, oh God, I hope there was no, ooh. I hope that everyone was okay. Non-stop rain. Well, I think they're saying that the evacuation was like 3 to 5 days ago. I hope everybody's okay, though.
You know, I get it. You know, maybe it's a failure of American infrastructure. We'll fix it. No, not the flooding. God, where do I begin?
Well, Beans on Toast, I would begin at the beginning. That seems like the greatest place to begin at, unless you're Quentin Tarantino. And you begin with the feet.
Okay, fine. We'll start with the smaller stories.
No. Beans on Toast. You're supposed to start with the feet. You. Beans on Toast. Seriously. Don't you know you capture your audience's attention by giving them feet? See? This is how you capture your audience's attention. You give them feet. This is basic. I'm just saying. Just saying. Feet on beans, Atsunashi.
Now you have more states that have banned certain types of junk food from SNAP. Now, I understand that you want people to be healthier, and I can stand behind that myself, but do you really think that people on hard times are the ones you should be going after?
Yeah, because the ones who aren't on hard times can afford Ozempic. Fuck. Next question.
Oh, no. You don't get to backpedal with that one, all right? Because previously everyone said that just Americans are fat. So when I make decisions to make Americans less fat, that's not considered okay. Okay, hold on. Let me also say this, that when they pay their own bills, they can decide to eat whatever the fuck they want.
It's okay. I'm of two minds of this. Because with people that are on SNAP, obviously, yeah, it's on the taxpayer's dime. At the same token, though, at the same token, I don't think a flat-out ban on quote-unquote junk food is, yeah, it is the way. And that's where I was going. Like, I've seen the videos of, you know, these parents, these families that are on SNAP. They get like 3 cartloads of fucking shit, and they load them up with absolute shit. I agree that there should be a limitation. Like, you can't just load up carts and carts of just chuck when you're on SNAP. That I will agree with. That you should make that if you're on SNAP, you should make wiser, healthier choices. But I don't think a flat-out ban on junk food is the way to go. Because it's... The reality is, that some junk food is sort of like comfort food in a way. It's, you get the makings for a decent meal, for decent food, but then you have your little treats. You have like treats that you can get. So it's like by eliminating the treats, it's like you're taking away one of the little like enjoyments that people have that can basically keep their spirits up and keep them pushing forward. So that I'll disagree with. Now, do I think that the Snap families should be like, well, you can, Revan. It's the cost of the ingredients. Do you have the kitchen tools to be able to make those treats? That's a question. I do think that primarily Snap should be used for normal, decent, healthy meals. But I do think that there is room for a small portion of it to be like treats or junk food. I do think that it is a possibility. Yeah, and there you go. There you go. Exactly. You buy your basics, you buy your staples, but it's okay for you to get like get some like desserts and stuff like that. Yeah, it can be limited without flat out banning it. And that, I wholeheartedly agree with that. That's why I was like, this is not such a cut and dry thing. It's a little bit more complicated. There's a way to do it that makes sense, and this is not it, by just flat banning it.
When American taxpayers pay their bills, American taxpayers pick what the fuck they eat. You get the raw materials, fucking milk, cheese, meat. You got to cook all that shit yourself. No fucking pizza rolls for you. And plus, only in America are people who are broke, poor, haven't had a job in quite a long time, also fat. And like, you don't realize how strange that is. Travel the world and see poor people in other countries. They're emaciated. They're starving to death. It's wild. And then you see poor people in the US fat as fuck with their Obama phone. I have no sympathy for this situation. Very well. Now there's people from up to 42 different countries that are going to have to show up to 5 years of their social media history to gain access to the United States, even as a...
Okay, this is proposed. I tweeted about this. When Pirate tweeted about this, this is proposed. This is not law. I agree. Fuck this. You should not be required to show 5 fucking years of your social media, because chances are people are not going to be able to present 5 years of their social media. They're also going to be requiring you to present 5 years of your phone records. Again, something the vast majority of people coming to the country will not be able to produce. But this is we are in literally the proposal. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like not just 5 years of social media, it's phone numbers, the place of birth and date of birth and shit like that. Yeah. But this is not going to pass. Thank you, Dwarf Lord. Thank you very much. But yeah, it is not even hit like a committee. It is strictly in a proposal phase. This is like the same idea of, this is basically I think we're in the same category of that idea that we heard about months ago where someone in, I think it was DHS, I could be mistaken about that, but we're into the same category of pretend that we were in several months ago when someone in, I think it was the DHS, proposed the idea of instituting a ban of firearm ownership for anybody that was trans. We're literally into that same category. It's a cockamamie idea that someone came up with that will go nowhere. So this is never going to happen. It's not even at a committee level. It's literally just I got a crazy fucking idea, and that's where it's going to stay. Because it'll die in the committees, and if by some miracle it doesn't die in the committees and actually goes to vote, it'll die in the votes. It will. This is someone in one of the 3-letter agencies that is just like, how can we make the country more secure? I know, we'll make them show 5 years of fucking social media, even as tourists. And That's it. It's yeah, well, Tornado, I appreciate that. It's like the proposal, the idea, or the proposal making the news has caused people to cancel travel plans because they're uninformed. And they're probably already iffy about coming to America as is the way things are. And just like the idea that this was proposed undoubtedly will cause people to go, you know what? Maybe we won't go to the States.
Tourist. To be fair, there's quite a few terrorist organizations who have been recruiting through social media for years. That shit ain't fair, though. That's not fair. You know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If I go to another country and I say something bad about somebody's fucking king or something like that, I get arrested. But I'm not allowed to just be like, hey, I want to make sure you haven't associated with terrorists for the last 5 years.
I'm kind of on the fence either way with this one. On the one hand, I really don't want the government looking at anything that I fucking do. But on the other hand, you know, like Hamas had a really good social media fucking campaign for propaganda this time around. And actually, come to think of it, is this some kind of APAC control thing that I'm missing? Is there a joke here that I missed?
Ukraine, you had no right to attack that oil tanker. It did nothing wrong, and it wasn't part of mine, it wasn't part of anybody else. Those are both objectively false statements that it wasn't yours or anybody else's. It has to be going somewhere. But anyways, it's part of your fucking shadow fleet, and that's how you're still getting oil. That's how you're still getting money for your war machine. You sell it to countries that are already sanctioned by the U.S., so that's just how you get it. I could really use some more weapons and missiles, though. Like, that's... Uncle Sam, please. Look, everything is for sale, but when we're talking about charity, we're going to have to see if there's any room in the budget for it. Room in the budget? You just signed the world's largest defense budget.
Beans on Toast is like ready to have a fucking coronary this episode. Every fucking word coming out of Beans on Toast is just an exclamation of holy fuck. Calm down, dude. You're gonna have a fucking aneurysm.
$900 billion.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we have room for extra shit. That's kind of all just us. That's, that's probably why when we have beef with somebody, it's kind of like world news. But for you, no one really gives a shit because you're a shadow of your former self.
True story.
I mean, it's true, but you don't have to say it.
Yeah,
yes, he does. Yes, he does. Buff needs to say it, and everyone needs to say it. Abso-fucking-lutely, it needs to get called the fuck out. The UK is turning into an authoritarian country where you will literally be arrested for thinking something me. You are literally getting arrested for thought crimes by the party in the UK. Fuck yes, it needs to be called out every opportunity that we get. Fucking shame the party into actually backing down on this, or maybe other steps need to be taken that they won't like as much. Good. Yes, Alistair, I say that all the time. Like, my UK strays, my heart goes out to you guys. My heart absolutely goes out to all of my beautiful UK strays because you are living under an authoritarian government these days. You've lost your freedom, and it kills me. It kills me that you've lost that, and I hope that you're able to get it back without bloodshed, although, honestly, we're at the point where I don't know if that's even possible anymore, which is honestly horrifying. It is legit horrifying to think that countries like the UK are not going to be able to reclaim their freedoms without significant bloodshed. It's really sad, and my heart breaks for you guys. It truly does.
Budget, there's a few things that I want. Look, I know I'm already getting pretty much an entirely new guts. I'm getting new engines. I'm just, like, the outside's gonna look the same on me, but, I really could go for my tail guns back. Like, I already have more air-to-air kills than the kid. Sorry, kid. But I would like a few more.
Just because it's true doesn't mean it's less painful.
Look, it isn't without its drawbacks. I still got a fucking suppository of an anti-radiation missile in Desert Storm from a Phantom. It's not unheard of, homie.
The idea of tail gunners for you is outdated and kind of pointless. You need electronic countermeasures, things like that. And you'll always have escorts.
All right, fine. Let's go with flat screen TVs. Maybe some high speed fucking hypersonic missiles. Let's get the Mako online. I wouldn't mind a stealth coating, maybe some elevation changes. Can we get some, photon torpedoes? And you know what? Scratch all that. Can we give the kid an intercept? I feel like he's going to be a changed man once he gets there.
I can't just magically give him an intercept. I can't.
Okay, the moment an F-22 gets a publicly known intercept, HLC's video on that is going to be fucking epic. All right? The moment we hear about a public intercept with the F-22, that will be an absolutely legendary HLC video. And I cannot wait for it.
I can't just make one appear. I mean, I can. That's training, and he's done that before.
He's bombing is not an intercept, Rabbit.
Taking out drones in training. It's like paying a prostitute for a hug.
Let's get the F-15 new cowboy boots. Nerd. I don't know what to fucking give him some V-Bucks from Fortnite or something. I don't know.
You know, at first I thought Grandpa Buff was chaotic neutral, but as I grow, he's definitely chaotic good.
Nerd, you don't know the half of it. I love doing good shit, but for all the wrong reasons. Like example,
yeah, true story.
If I had a time machine, I would go back in time and stop the slave trade. Why would I do that? Not because I think slavery's bad, but just because I don't want to hear black people in the U.S. bitch 200 years later.
On that note, let's do anything we can to fucking change the subject. Please, for the love of God. You can't get mad at me again for something. Your Secretary of State, I believe he is, Marco Rubio, is changing the font from Calibri back to Times New Roman. And I believe he said it's because it was a woke policy of Joe Biden.
Is this true? Is this really fucking true? I have no objections to changing the font. I have no problems if they want to change it from Calibri back to Times New Roman. I personally use Times New Roman over everything else myself. If his rationale is because it was quote-unquote woke, dude, that's desperation. That is such desperation to come up with any fucking excuse to stick it to the... Like, dude, you don't need excuses to stick it to the previous administration. There's plenty of shit that you guys can talk about what happened with the previous administration, and you do. You don't need to make up petty bullshit like this just to try and say everything's fucking woke and you're changing it back. This is, honestly, this is pathetic. This is fucking pathetic. Weak sauce, man. Weeks, I'm not gonna say I expected better from you, but this is weak even for you.
Huh, I didn't know the gays couldn't read Times New Roman. I learn something new every day.
A large portion of me at this point in time is I feel like this administration is just doing whatever they possibly can to make a headline because they find it funny.
Yes. Yeah.
You're probably not wrong, nerd.
Oh, he's damn right.
I feel like they'll do anything at this point to just separate themselves from any kind of, quote, woke ideology.
No. Which is a mistake. In my opinion, this is a mistake. Because it's basically taking away from things that they're trying to do that's actually good. By basically constantly like saying everything is woke, everything's DEI, everything's SJA with the government, and it's all XYZ's fault. You're actually taking away from good stuff you may be trying to do. It's the concept of like the desperation to quote unquote own the libs is fucking retarded. It's retardedly stupid at this point to literally make your entire administration all about owning the lits. It actually weakens you because it means that you don't have the balls to actually try and do the big stuff. You're so fucking hyper fixated on the little bullshit like this that the question now is, well, what are you going to do about all the big shit that everybody's been screaming about that they want you to do? Oh, you don't want to do that because it's too hard? Then why the fuck should we care? And that's why it's a mistake. I know, Revan. I know. That's why I said the whole thing about it doesn't matter who gets elected in, it doesn't matter which fucking party has control. It's same shit, different day, every day. And with what's currently going on, it's all about just making headlines and memes, and who gives a shit about anything else? Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mike, exactly. Like, look at the big shit. I think it's up to like $9 billion of Shrud through various like public services, like for autism and shit that occurred in Minnesota. And you're not like looking into that. We're not hearing more about that. Maybe look at something on that, like $9 billion being stolen from the American people, then worrying about a fucking font and saying it's DEI and we're changing it. Gee. Crazy idea, I know, but maybe get your fucking priorities straight.
Anything that they can possibly assume is gay or pro-trans or anything, they're just changing it just for the hell of it. And it's, oh, what a wild place to be.
Transsexuals.
Oh,
Homos
fuck.
in disguise.
What
God.
in the fuck?
No.
Did he actually
Let
say
DC
that?
cook. Fucking let him go.
DARPA, do we have anything cool built before I take this small little vacation? We're starting a competition where people try and create the lightest drone possible to lift the heaviest amount of weight. Our goal is a drone being able to carry 4 times its own weight.
Wait.
Hey?
Vacation. What the hell are you doing?
Well, better late than never. Buff, I'm just taking a couple of days off, and I figured I would have to announce this in one of my videos because anytime I'm gone for more than a couple of days, people start getting concerned. It's okay. This was all planned ahead of time. But between 3 HLCs a week, 2 HLC State of Minds a month, 2 kind of consensuals a month, 1
Hello, Jones. Well, Jones, stick around because you're going to get a live version of it tonight. So stick around, gamer.
habitually fat a month, and now 2 what ifs a month, plus my Friday night streams. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. So just taking a couple of days off. So if you don't see any videos from me for a couple of days,
thank you, Zeb.
And that also means that we got to kind of finish with a bang. So the elephant in the room. I've been waiting for this. So it was all about oil anyways. So you seized the tanker. What's going to happen with all that crude that's on board?
Oil.
Finders keepers?
That shit mine.
Oh, but when we seize an oil tanker in the Red Sea, we're terrorists. Hang on, I gotta think of a way to spin this to prove that I'm different than you. Hold on.
You're brown.
Yes. Wait, no.
Shit, I got him.
There's a lot more suits and red tape, and there were sanctions involved, and this was going between 2 different countries that I've sanctioned, and it's a blockade. I'm allowed to... Fuck. I hate to say this right, but we may have to actually go with the you're brown thing. For the record, a couple weeks ago when I made that joke that if the boats were full of oil and not drugs, that we would be seizing them instead of destroying them, I didn't think it was actually going to happen, although there's a valid reason why it's happening. It's a bit of an environmental disaster if you strike a boat full of crude oil. Greenpeace gets all mad about that shit, but whatever. And that gives you the right to take an entire oil tanker. Did you see my dudes at work, though?
Yeah.
Fast roping onto the deck, taking everything. It was pretty hot. And besides, the opposition, Machado, whatever, we've been helping her hide for a year, and now we got her out of the country. and she said she will return there and restore democracy to Venezuela. We're on her team. Yeah. We're all about democracy. Just because whoever on your side has a Nobel Peace Prize doesn't mean you're always on the right side of history.
Oh, you trying to make a stance like that whole, was it Adolf Hitler was Person of the Year in Time Magazine in like the 1920s or something? Sometimes they're right.
You mean the times when they didn't pick evil fascist dictators, they were right? Right?
Sure. In the meantime, since you said this video needs to end with a bang, I'm going to try and list off as many random news slurs that I can come up with for the people of Venezuela.
No, Buff.
No, Buff, don't. We can end the video right here.
Not too late, already started. We're going to start with the ones you already know. Guacamole gangsters, jungle Mexicans.
HLC, you can go ahead and hit the stop button anytime you want, bro.
Maduro's minions, taco tacticians, salsa soldiers, plantain pirates, although you could also use that for Puerto Ricans.
For the love of God, how do you stop this?
Corn commanders, the arepa assholes. I think I pronounced that food right.
Aw, screw it. Where's the power cable?
Relax, I'm almost done.
I'm not waiting.
Let's see here. I kind of lost my train of thought. The flamboyant fentanites. The Geners, which is a conjunction of jungle and beaner. And to finish it up, we have cocaine snorting swampbacks. Yeah, that feels right.
I found the power cable.
Oh, no, ain't nobody calling out well for you. Oh, okay, chat. War God, hold up. War God says, Wolf, you need to get better material, and I say this as a Mexican. One of my Mexican strays is calling out Buff saying, get good, bitch. I fucking love it. Oh, I fucking love it. We're God taste.